What is going on? Welcome to Pull the Pin Podcast. Dan, Tom, and Ty here to talk about yesterday's final round of the Waste Management Phoenix Open and to give you a little preview on the Pebble Beach Pro-Am at our new day and time, Mondays at 3 o'clock. Give you guys a little extra time to make your bets, watch our podcast, and see who you should be betting on this week. I did pretty well again this week.
I did not.
My boy Carlos Ortiz, he just keeps on plugging away for me. So Brooks Koepka comes in 5 back on Sunday. The lead group doesn't do much. They, kind of piddle around. Scheffler had the best round of the three of them, shot 1 under. Xander Schauffele, who is just atrocious with his wedges, shoots an even and stays at 18 under. And you've got Jordan Spieth, who could not recapture the magic that he had on Saturday, 61, to even shoot under par. Koepka's eagle chip on 17 was obviously the defining moment. What do you guys got on the tournament this week? I was tweeting it all day Saturday and Sunday on our Twitter, so if anybody wanted to keep up.
I mean, he won it in typical Koepka fashion. It got difficult. That course is generally gettable. You could tell it was firm, for the afternoon groups, and scores weren't as out there for the people who played late. And naturally, he's the one that figured it out how to do it when everyone else was faltering. Schauffele's putting yesterday, the speed control was terrible.
That whole group's speed control was terrible.
Well, Spieth had a couple hard lip outs that were tough. But which we'll get to eventually. But
15.
Yeah. But I mean, he won it typical. When it got tough, he got going, and that's how Koepka wins. He's never gonna be the Dustin Johnson type of winner where he shoots 31 under at TPC Boston. That's not his game. But when difficulty levels go up, that's when his game elevates as well, and he just won again doing it.
Yep.
And I would be a little misspoken if I didn't say he was handed it a little bit yesterday. The fact that if either of the leaders shoot 1 or 2 under,
he loses.
It doesn't even matter that he shot 6 under. So he got a little bit of help, but at the end of the day, he was there at the end of it and he got it done.
I went into yesterday thinking the winning score was going to be 23-24.
Yeah.
And for 19 to win it, I think Koepka backdoored into it a little bit. But, a win is a win, and I think he's the type of guy when he smells a little blood and sees that they're not, that nobody's really getting after it, that he kind of bided his time on the front 9. He had an eagle and a bogey on the front, and then on the back, birdied 13, 14, and 16, or 15, and then eagle 17.
That chip was absolutely disgusting.
That was stupid.
Dude, it took the perfect hop too. Literally couldn't have placed it in a more perfect 1 foot circle for it to bounce a little left and then break.
Yeah. Dan, what did you think of the tournament this past week?
I thought it was entertaining. I mean, I just loved watching Spieth shoot 61 on Saturday. That was one of the best days of my life. That was great to watch him kind of recapture that.
The game is so much better when he is
It is
relevant.
so much better.
He just – because he's so vocal, he's so just animated. There's the word.
Yeah.
It really is so much more fun when he is part of the equation.
You see a bunch of guys over on the Cross the Water were dressed up like Masters caddies.
Yeah.
And that's when you were pointing at them. I loved that. It was so cool.
Sitting on the Adirondack chairs. Apparently one guy, the chair broke. He was broke right before he putted the one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, watching Spieth putt on Saturday was absolutely just brilliant. And then on Sunday, just never found the speed. Had the line a couple of times, lipped out a couple of times.
Yeah, I think he was a victim of following up a really, really good round.
Yep.
And I equate it more to that than it is him. I was watching the replay this morning, and he hit a lot of good shots, and it just didn't. The scoring just wasn't there for him. And I mean, he left his eagle putt about 2 inches short, dead center on 15.
Yep.
He left out hard on another hole. Or sorry, not 15, but the par 5. He left it dead short. Then he left out hard after that.
He lipped out hard on 15. It was 13 that he came up just short.
Yeah, that's what it was. So,
I played that golf course actually back in October from their tees, and the fact that he shot 61 just astounds me.
Yeah.
like a little bit. Like it's
he shot 61 and hit less than 60% of the fairways.
yeah, it's
Like
just
he shot
ridiculous.
61 with 2 darts out of the desert.
Like I feel like I
Like-
played really, really well out there and shot 72.
No one cares how you played, Dan.
But like I'm just trying to make a comparison of like how good that is, really. Like I shot 72 and played well, and his version of playing well is shooting 61. Like that's just ridiculous.
61 is ridiculous in general. I mean, when you see 58s and 59s are the best scores in tournament history and PGA Tour history.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, does it carry over is the question. Is he going to play well this week? At Pebble.
Who knows?
Is he back in the fray? That's the question. That's what everybody's asking right now. I don't know. I think he's closer. I think he's getting closer to what he was a couple of years ago when he was winning tournaments, and but I still see too much inconsistency off the tee for him. And the putter is too big of a factor for him. You can't rely on being that hot with the flat stick to win a tournament, because it might be that hot on Saturday, and then if it cools off on Sunday, you need to make those putts. It's just so difficult.
Well, in my opinion, I have him to win this week.
Right.
So
Nice. I love it. I love it.
I think a lot of people are going to look at Sunday, like I said, and be like, oh, flash in the pan, one day thing. He blew it on Sunday. He didn't really blow it on Sunday because of how he played. I know he shot 1 over, and it was disappointing for sure.
What's up, Dibler?
Disappointing to not get it done, but how he played was pretty solid.
Right.
Yeah, especially on the back nine.
No, I agree. And what I see with him now is a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago, I was watching him in a tournament, and they were talking mechanics on the course. He and his caddy Michael were talking swing.
Yeah.
Like they weren't talking swing this week. They were talking shot. They were like, okay, you want to put it here, here, and here. Yeah. And that's a big step for him, I think. I think he's got to get out of his mechanical side and start working through.
For sure. And for me, it's a confidence thing for him. Like some people look at the 61 as a flash in the pan. For him, he's probably like, oh, I still got that.
Right.
It's been a while. Let's not lie about it.
Absolutely.
He hasn't won in over 3 years, but for him, it's like, you know what? I remember that feeling now. It's still there, and I think that he carries that momentum over in this week in a not very strong field. You have a few big names. Obviously you got to go out and beat Dustin Johnson. But
let's get into this weekend then. So I've got the field as a B-. That should make everybody happy. I didn't give it an A this week. We don't have to argue, right?
Well, hey, you weren't arguing with me that time. You were arguing with him.
No. I mean, it's definitely weaker than last week, but some good names though. There are definitely enough names to keep it interesting.
My boy Kiradek's playing.
Let's just run down a couple of things real quick. Pebble Beach Pro-Am, but no AMs this year. They're not going to have any amateurs play this year. It's just the pros. Par 72, 71 if it's a U.S. Open. 7,000 yards, almost on the dot, 7,075. Nick Taylor won last year, missed the cut last week at the Waste Management. I don't see him repeating. He's a nice player. He's not even on my radar this week. Mm-hmm. The one thing I'm going to talk about right away, though, is a player I would stay away from this week. 100% stay away from. And maybe I'll turn out to look like an idiot because he's playing really good golf right now. Paul Casey is not a guy to put money on this week. Okay? Mm-hmm. Paul Casey is a popular pick. If you go online and you look at all the sites, a lot of people have Paul Casey winning this week. He has been playing well, tied for 12th or better in his last 2 worldwide events. He has not finished in the top 30 in 4 out of the last 5 PGA events he has played in. Okay. When he comes across the ocean, it has not been good for him lately. I would stay away from him.
I agree.
A guy that I do like for the odds, just in general, is Jason Day at 33-1.
Yeah.
He has not played great golf, but he has played well on this course. Some of the stats I got here, top 5 at this event in his last 4 starts. I mean, so maybe you don't pick him to win, but at 33-1 to win, it's not a bad pick. It's Pebble. So, guys, let's talk about Pebble a little bit. Where do you guys stand on this?
what's there to say?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's Pebble Beach,
it's
right?
Pebble Beach.
Really small greens and a lot of wind. So
Yep.
Yeah,
it's always
it's
like
gonna be cold.
scores are never going to be like stupid low.
You can get 3 seasons in one day.
Literally.
Yep.
Mhm. This is definitely a tournament that could come down to luck of the draw if you're got the right morning, afternoon tee times. That might be the difference in who wins this tournament.
Yeah, it's got to be
Right.
somebody who can literally hit the ball both ways a lot. Like it's not going to be like a Kuchar who always hits like one shot shape all the
I
time.
don't think he's even playing, is he?
Well, it's
I know,
yeah,
I
it was
just-
a reference, but
It's an interesting field. If you go through all the names, like there's a lot of like your boy Rafa Cabrera Bayo's playing
it's like
now.
Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Effect.
I have him circled top 5. It's the same thing. It's the same thing every time. I mean, he'll get second to fifth. I mean, I'll say it every week. Oh, I didn't say it last week, and he didn't.
Yes,
But
you did.
I didn't say he was going to get top 5, did he?
Yeah,
Oh, did I? Well, I
yeah,
lied.
absolutely.
But I think that's the best percentage bet you have on him is second to fifth. I mean, it is what it is. The guy just gets
Just-
top 5s.
He
Like
gets his
someone-
top 5s.
I guess it's
Might
top
not
five.
be on schedule, but does Phil play well? I mean, he always plays well. I feel like.
I've got Phil could pull a top 20 if conditions. fit
He's
him.
not going to win, but yeah,
Right.
I feel
I like Phil for
he
a
always
top
plays
20
well.
this week. It's Pebble Beach. He loves Pebble Beach.
he's won the Pro-Am 5 times.
Something like that.
5 times?
I was looking for that number. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
A couple of top 20 guys that I have. I got Graham McDowell, maybe being a sneaky top 20 this
He's
week.
won the U.S. Open there.
Exactly. He's won there. Guys who have won at Pebble usually play well at Pebble. Like it's a course that if you know it and you've had success there, it doesn't intimidate you as much probably.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking from experience of playing Pebble Beach. I'm just speaking from what the numbers
I'm
suggest.
going to keep my mouth shut. Gonna keep my mouth shut, guys,
Oh man, he's so sensitive.
because just nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, nobody wants my input on what I think of the golf course,
Okay.
considering I played it before.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was last week.
Yeah, right. I hate these guys, especially this one.
Dan's still not used to my shit talk. I can't
Yeah.
help it.
I'm slowly
It's-
getting used to it.
It's all out of love, people. It's
I got-
all out of love.
I got a few guys to stay away from this week as
Okay.
well. And I already got burned on him. I gave a whole rant. It was the majority of my talk was Ricky Fowler a few weeks ago. There's just too much going wrong right now. And at this point, he's only playing out of desperation to try to get in as many events as
Yeah.
he can. It's not good right now. And I just don't see
I
him
know
playing
that
well. on-
hurts you to say that.
Yeah.
too.
It
It's-
does.
And it's
He
just
cries about it often.
and I
actually.
just like with small greens and windy conditions, and he's a good ball striker and all, but it's just not there right now. And that's just that. And then Will Zalatoris is one to go away from this week. He's played a lot of weeks in a row. Had
He
another
has.
decent finish. I don't know if he got top 20 last
He
week.
was top 20.
Yeah, of course I bet on him for
I
top
believe.
10, so didn't get money on that. But it's just one of those things where it's like he's gonna get burnt out at some point.
If
And
you keep playing over and over again, especially when you continue to contend every week, which he has. He's been a guy that's like been close to the top 10, top 20 on a weekly basis. And you just keep getting close and not getting there. You're just you got to
I
play
mean,
him out a little.
according to an unnamed gambling site,
DraftKings, it's okay.
yeah, he's the fifth favorite.
Right.
And that to me is-
he's
that
moved
doesn't
up.
make any sense to me.
He's
Yeah.
moved up every week in that category, and
Yeah,
I'm
People
with
are
you
like,
there.
He's playing like shit. Let's bet on him. Like,
I have him written down here as if I would bet on him, I'd bet on him as a top 10, and I wouldn't bet a lot on him. And it's just a flyer bet, but the fact that he's moving up so high, it's not even worth the bet.
yeah.
A couple of top 20s I like. I think Matthew Fitzpatrick plays well. I know you.
absolutely hate him.
Yeah.
He's just not good. But yeah.
He's just not
like
good.
I said,
He says.
we're talking top 20s.
Casually on the European PGA Tour.
Um,
Just not good, though. Just not good.
I have said this the last 3 weeks, and it has not come to fruition yet. Sooner or later, it will. Max Homa is going to be in the top 10 or top 5, one of these tournaments. One of the prettiest swings on tour. It's going to happen. This could be a place where it happens. His swing, I think, is okay for Pebble Beach. I don't have a problem with it at all. Where do you guys sit on that?
No problem with that. I
I
love
think
Max
he's
Homa.
I think he's a guy that people want to be good more than he is good because he's so funny on Twitter. I feel like I think he's more. I think it's
You
more
could have
of a
made the
fan.
same argument for Beef though too.
Yeah, and where's Beef now?
I mean, he's just casually on the European tour. Doesn't do anything else.
Well, I mean, he didn't play bad last week. I think he ended up 8 under last week, which doesn't get him in the hunt there. But in a field like this, where I don't see a ton of guys that impress me or blow me away, I like his opportunity. A couple more names to throw out there. Stuart Sink is just enjoying an Indian summer, man. Like, it's a 7,000-yard course. Like, it's not going to be too long for him. He just keeps playing good golf.
Mhm.
Like, he's the kind of guy that could come out and just, like, sneak in here. I mean, now, we're not talking about Dustin Johnson because Dustin Johnson's a dub. If you want to pick a guy you think's going to win this week, Dustin Johnson is a dub pick. He loves the course. He's played well there in the past. He just won. Yeah. And he looks like he's not, trending anywhere but up right now.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think Stuart Sink is a guy, if you want a weird top 10, top 15, that's probably got pretty decent numbers for the money. I think he's a good pick.
I have one that is a bit. He hasn't done anything recently, but is absolutely filthy. Definitely a top 10 pick, maybe a top 5. If you're looking for a really good winner odds pick, is Bo Hostler.
Yeah, you said that when I got here.
Yeah, that guy can straight ball out, and hasn't done much since losing in a playoff. I think over a year ago. But it's a weak field, and from natural raw talent, there's not a whole lot more than anyone has more than Bo Hostler. So I had him circled.
Anybody that wears a visor, though, let's be real.
Yeah,
I like
straight ball.
I like Lanto Griffin this week. He's 3 top 10s already on the PGA Tour this year, 5 top 20s.
Mhm.
And I don't like him to win, but I like him for one of those lower tier bets where we're betting, a couple bucks on a top 10. And I mean, his numbers can't be that strong as far as like what he's rated as, as far as what you're betting for. Like $1 bet's probably going to pay off for you a bit.
For winners specifically, I already said Spieth. And this is your guy. This is not my guy generally. Cameron Smith's game was fit very, very well.
I'm with you on that. I like Cameron Smith a lot this week.
Plus
I think
5,000, I think.
Yep, he is. He's always a nice bet because he's never in the top running for like. He's always a plus, a big plus. He's always a plus 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Plus 5,000 this week.
Exactly. So, you throw a nice little $10 bet on him and make a little bit of cash if he wins.
Yeah, I mean, that's one I would definitely. It's worth throwing $5, $10 on him because this course fits his game. Just another guy who just gets no respect, really, because he's a European Tour guy, but just in straight golf, man. That guy can just play.
I'll throw a name. Harold Varner III.
No.
I love Harold Varner III.
Just absolutely not. Do not put money on Harold Varner III.
Oh, come on.
Entertaining guy, but not.
All right, I'll throw another name. And this one, I don't care what Tommy says. Throw money on Daniel Berger.
Oh, yeah.
Throw money on Daniel Berger to do whatever you want. Top 20 or down. Even to win if you want to. He's got a shot to do that this week.
Yeah, the only reason the only deterrent would be if the odds are good, worth it. But, yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, I think he was
He's
fifth.
like, DraftKings, he's like second.
Is he?
Third.
Third?
Cantlay.
Oh, that's right, Cantlay.
Mm-hmm.
I have Cantlay playing well this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's kind of a robot. He just always plays well. I mean,
Kevin Chappell.
I mean, on the Cantlay front, before I go away from it.
Yeah.
5 top 25s, 3 top 10s, a second, and a win already this year. I mean, he's just a robot. He just goes out and plays good golf, no matter what. Who would you say?
Kevin Chappell.
Kevin Chappell's a great name.
I mean, that's not a guy I've heard a lot of lately, but again,
Probably
probably not a win.
So
he reminds me of a Ryan Palmer.
He's going back to his Ryan Palmer.
Well, no,
He always does.
but
That's consistent every week. You know how like Rafa Cabrera Bello makes second and fifth? Yeah, he's always going to pick.
No, not always gonna pick Ryan.
Always
I
gonna
picked
pick
him
Ryan.
twice, and it was one was
No, he's just comparing it.
no, but he's the same. In which case, he has a very good chance of being there going into Sunday, fizzling out a little bit, and getting a top 10 or top 5.
Yep.
I
No,
think
I
that's
like
a good pick.
I like that a lot.
Mhm.
What do you got, Dan? Throw a couple names out
I mean,
there.
winning DJ. That's super boring, and it's going to be very, everybody's going to be like, oh, of course he picks DJ, but DJ's going to win. It's just going to happen. He can outpower everybody in this field, pretty much. He's going to be the longest guy out there, and he's definitely probably the most accurate iron player on the planet right now. So for somebody that has power and a ridiculously good wedge game on small greens, yeah, it's DJ.
I got to talk about my funny Twitter moment this week. When he hit the guy on the left side of the fairway, somebody put up there like, it was like, what do you say after you hit this guy down the left side of the fairway? And I put up the Happy Gilmore gif of him going, should have been standing there.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about James Hahn this week? He had a pretty decent week up until
I
maybe
think he throws up.
five
Up
holes.
a really good round or two, and then kind of, I think he's going to make top 20, but I don't see him doing anything better than like.
Yeah, I mean, he was right
Is he in the
there
field?
and fizzled out. Yeah, James Hahn right there.
Sure.
They're the H's.
That's how the alphabet works, Todd.
Sorry. I forgot it goes back and forth.
It's fun to watch him try and figure stuff out like that.
Not all of us are blessed with intellect like you, Dan.
Yeah, okay.
JB, just looking
That's a
down the
good
list,
one.
JB Holmes, another guy who's a very good ball striker.
Plays so slow.
Does play so slow.
Yeah, I lost all
You're
respect
right.
for
But
him.
like another very good ball striker.
I do like the Hahn pick. Like I think he's a guy that comes out and is good for a top 10. And kind of rebounds a little bit after crumbling a little bit. I took a little heat on Twitter for saying he crumbled, but I mean, I'm sorry if anybody was watching, he fucking crumbled. And that I wasn't trying to be mean. It was just kind of the way it goes. I think Chris Kirk could play well this week. Just running down this page with
Chris Kirk for me is like Will Zalatoris, though. Is like playing a lot of golf.
Well, he has to.
How'd that
right
pick
now.
work out for you last week, huh? Will Zalatoris or whatever his name is?
If I take him as top 20, I win. But
Yeah.
he did well. He was there.
I've still never heard of him. I've still never seen a picture of him. Never seen him play. Never
Patton
seen his swing.
Kazire still playing good golf. How about Alex Noren? Is a name that I think has.
Alex
some
Noren's a
potential to play
phenomenal
well
wind
this week.
player. So if it's windy, he's going to play well.
That's exactly where I was going with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go Troy Merritt. Tommy, you want to
No, nope. Too strong a field for Troy Merritt.
Yeah.
he's
Although you picked him in a field that I gave an A- a couple weeks ago.
he did well.
We just
Yes,
marvel
he
at
will.
the fact that David Duval is going to attempt to play 2 rounds of golf without hurting his back.
Oh my gosh.
Hunter Mahan's playing again this week. He's been playing a lot. He doesn't do anything, but he's been playing a lot.
There's someone we haven't talked about at all, and I don't really think they're going to do anything. I think they're similar to like what we talked about with Brooks like 3 weeks ago when we're like, he's just getting back into it, is Molinari.
Yeah, actually, I think that he is starting to come back to form a little bit. I really like that as kind of a sneaky pick this week. If you want to throw a good amount of money on somebody to be top 20, excuse me. We're at the half-hour mark. If you want to throw money on somebody that's going to be a top 20 guy, I think he's got a good opportunity to do that. Brendan Steele's been playing really good golf. I don't think this course fits him very well. I don't think he's a good enough iron player to do it.
It's never a bad idea to throw $5 on Ches Reavie to get a top 20.
No, I agree with that completely.
That is a stone cold fact.
Yes.
He's like always in the top 20.
He's just an underappreciated player.
He really
He
is.
really is. Because he's not flashy, but like
It's the type of golfer that Brooks Koepka hates. He's the guys who make top 20s and don't
Yeah.
win.
Yeah,
but
the Kisners of the world.
my thing is like every time I bet on Alex Noren, he is totally backtracking like 5 picks ago.
Wait, we're
Is-
back to Noren.
Is just because I saw his name there. It's like
is playing this week.
every time I pick
Oh, yeah,
Alex
Bob.
Noren or Luke List, because they're both great European golfers. Every time I pick them, I'm like, this is their time. they shit the bed.
Same here, man. Luke List has bit me in the ass the last
So
couple
many
I've used
times. And then
Oh.
you don't pick him, and he goes out, and he's like winning, and you're like, God damn it.
So if you guys watch this week and you see us on YouTube, we're doing it a couple days early so more people have a chance to watch our picks before the tournament starts. Send some comments our way. I'd like to know if you'd like to see some graphics up on the screen as to like some of our names and picks that we put out, because we rifle off a lot of names, and I'm willing to spend some time to build some graphics and make it a little bit more user-friendly for people watching. We're still trying to kind of figure out how to link the audio and the camera, so sorry about the delay. That's kind of a pain in the ass. It is what it is. But we're just going to run through real quick. Dan's got DJ to win. You've got...
My heart says Spieth, and my brain says Cameron Smith.
All right. And
Your brain is correct, sir.
I am. You took my pick. I guess I'll just take Cameron.
Was it Cameron
Yeah,
Smith?
it was.
Yeah, I knew it.
Cameron Smith was a guy I really liked, but you know what? I'll just say.
What's a burger?
Burger's not a bad pick.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say Lanto Griffin this week. It's gonna win.
I would love
For the
to see
win.
Lanto Griffin
We'll
win.
take Lanto for the win. Now, it's everybody's favorite part of the show, the golf question of the day. Last week we did our pet peeves on the golf course. This week we are going to do.
Oh, I forgot to give my annoying pick of the week.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Just the pick that makes Dan walk.
This
out
is
of
the part of the show, boys and girls, where
this is the part of the show where
Tommy
where I
tries
have
to piss me off.
my long shot of the week to win the tournament.
I can't wait.
Bronson Burgoon.
Who the fuck is Bronson Burgoon? Who the fuck are these people?
He's trending up. He's been playing a little
He's
better of
trending
late.
up. That means that
got
he's
46,
no chance of
31st,
winning.
and then a 30th last week. He's been playing some good golf.
Yeah?
His stats are pretty solid. And
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Don't do
and
drugs.
my long shot pick of the week, Bronson Burgoon. To win.
You're
to
so
win.
high. You're so high. It's
To
not even
win.
funny.
Hey,
I will say no drugs have been done since I've been here.
let's just
But-
something. My research picks can be hit or miss. My gut picks
The annoying
have been
thing-
on point.
The annoying
all
thing is that
year.
the ones that he does hit, he never lets me forget because he'll text me at like 9 p.m. and goes, "Oh, by the way, Dan."
He's also hit pretty regularly.
He has every week.
And it's-
One of his
you know my
picks do
method?
well.
So the last 2 weeks, I've actually taken some time and research for the show. Now that was last week and this week. Last week I went 0 for 12 on my bets. So,
Maybe you
but
should go
the
back to the
weeks-
whole winging it thing.
but the weeks that I just tie 15 minutes before the show, hand through the list, and all I do is I see it, I'm like, yep, yeah, that person, that's it.
okay.
And that's when I win. And Bronson Burgoon is going to make me so much money.
It's funny because he won't, and I can't wait when he doesn't.
Tom, who does, everybody here does like 15, 20 minutes of research. I'm sitting there with computer windows open everywhere, writing tedious notes. But
Well, here's my thing is like,
it,
if I do research, I'm going
Hey.
to look at like the PGA like power rankings, which is no fun
Right.
and anything.
Right.
So it's like,
Well, that's because
I want
that's
to give
just all-
my gut picks, and
That's just all based on popularity.
A lot
it's
of
like
it.
always
There's
the same
some-
5 people every week.
Some
The
of
only
it's
one
true.
out of those 5 that ever does anything is DJ.
matter of fact, can I go? I'm going to find Bronson Burgoon and place a bet on him right now for the camera.
Like I said, don't
before
do
we get
drugs.
to the golf question of the week, I want to throw a big thank you out to the Painted Lines. Keep an eye out on their website as well, thepaintedlines.com. Our blog will be out, which recaps the previous week, and we'll probably start throwing some picks into that as well. I want to shout out Birdie Rap, which the review is just about done. I know I've been saying that for 2 weeks, but I have it on my finger today. It is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
It's
$10
so good.
to win
You just spent.
$2,000.
Did you just spend $10 of your own money on somebody that I've never heard of?
Bronson Burgoon.
I want to get this on camera.
What is wrong with you?
$10 on Bronson Burgoon to win the AT&T, and it's placed.
You're dumb, man. God.
So, shout out to Ed Kemp and his
So
son.
dumb.
Care package is on the way. It's got to come across the pond. So, hopefully, let us know when you get it. I hope you guys are doing well.
Golf question of the week.
I'm going through all our things before I do that.
Okay.
Shout out to Golf Etc. Lancaster. Come in, get fitted, do your thing, be a better player, get the right equipment. These guys can take care of you that way. Pull the Pin Podcast, PTP 2021 for Twitter. What am I missing?
I don't think anything.
Golf Center Lancaster.
Golf, yeah,
Tom's
Golf
like,
Etc.
by the way.
on Instagram. It's on the screen this time.
Yeah.
I told him he's got to start throwing us our PTP up on Instagram. And
This guy.
Dude, our
Yeah.
Instagram is kind of lit, though. Like,
If you want a pretty, we throw a lot of fun stuff on there.
Yeah. No, it's
there's
cool.
a lot of memes, but there's also product reviews.
like, everybody
and,
loves memes, though.
We do head-to-head challenges on live.
They do. Everybody loves
It's a great time. We get a lot of compliments.
We should make a store TikTok account.
I've thought about it.
We definitely should.
I don't know what it would be, but it's gonna be out there.
okay, so golf question of the week.
I'm intrigued.
On the same line of pet peeves,
Mhm.
biggest irritation with playing partners, not pet peeves, playing partners in competitive events. Okay, so you are a team in a competitive event. Your biggest issue with a partner in a competitive event. What somebody has done in a competitive event that has bothered you.
Oh, man, I don't know. Tommy, you want to go first? I got to think about this for a second.
People telling me what I should hit when they don't know my yardages.
Oh, God, I didn't do that, did I?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. I was just as blank about my
No.
partner like
No.
4
Hear me
months
out,
ago.
hear me out. If I ask you, do you think I should hit between this and that? That's fine. But when I'm just over a shot, I know my yardages. Like, I'm on track, man. I have a book with what my carry distances are.
Yeah.
Don't come up to me and tell me I should hit this or that.
It's true.
I know what I have to play. You know, I will ask you if I have a question about my own game. That's just me. Also, people who read my putts, and I don't ask them to, but that's because I read putts differently. I use the aim point system with the fingers. You'll see it on TV. Your guy's got 2-3 fingers up. I've been taught professionally how to do it. And if you want to come in and start trying to tell me how to read a putt, not that way, I don't have an interest in hearing it. So, yeah.
All right, Dan.
Actually, you go now because I'm still thinking. I'm still trying to
my
process.
goodness. So my biggest issue in a competitive atmosphere with a playing partner or somebody that's on my team is consoling somebody after a bad shot. Give them a minute. Okay? You hit a bad shot. Nobody is happy after they hit a bad shot, and nobody needs you to come pat them on the butt and say, hey, get them next time. Give them a minute. Step the fuck away. Let them get it out of their system. And then when you get up to the next shot, if you want to say something like, all right, man, get back on track here, fine. But right after the shot is hit, nobody needs to hear what anybody else thinks of that shot. Just shut up and be quiet.
100%.
Period. All right, you're out
I
of time.
kind of I don't have one. Well, first of all, I don't play in a lot of partner stuff. I mean, I played with him, but
Right.
he didn't bother me. I'm trying to think of if anything. I guess I only have one, but it's kind of
Very specific.
no, kind of.
Fine, Brady, you got one, man? Since Dan's
I just don't have I guess for me over at the course I play at, I'm I guess considered one of the better players, and if I don't hit an absolutely perfect shot, sometimes people are like, dude, what was that? It's no hard shot. I'm like, what do you mean it's not a hard shot? You just missed the green from 140 yards. I put 1 to 20 feet, and you're asking me why that's a bad shot? All right, come on.
This is our friend Brady.
What's
friend
up,
of the
Dives?
store.
But anyway,
on?
I
He's
don't really
new-
have one.
Our new part-time employee here. He's the captain of Millersville's golf team, D2 program here in Lancaster. You don't play partner events, but you have teammates and everything.
No, but going along.
Yeah, because you've
I
never
know
played
this
a
one 'cause
partner
we
event.
talked about this, actually.
I mean, not really. No, going along with what Ty said, it's when I have a caddy. So maybe not as much of a partner event.
Yeah.
But when you have a caddy and you hit a bad shot and they just get overly encouraging to you, they try so hard to like bring you up. It's like, I'm not
like
that
it's gonna
bad.
change. Like it's
Right.
gonna change the outcome of the shot.
Exactly. Yeah. I miss you.
It's like,
green
let's-
on a par
I'd
three,
rather
they
you-
come up to you and they like tap you on the shoulder, like, "Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna get this back. You're gonna get us
Like,
down."
I swear to God, I'm not slitting my wrist.
I know,
Like,
exactly.
We're good. Like,
I
it's
know I'm gonna
okay.
get it up.
Like
there.
I'd rather you tell me how I'm gonna get this up and down than
Exactly.
or not that I'm gonna get it up and down, but like, hey, we need to do this. Like,
Well,
let's
yeah.
focus on the next one.
Exactly. We're walking down the
This is
fairway. Let's
exactly
talk
why I
about
don't
weather.
play in partner stuff.
So you don't slit your wrist?
No, I don't have to because I don't play tournaments.
My dad is my caddy most of the time, but he's seen me play golf for so long. He's a good golfer in his own right, but he is definitely guilty of being the over positive caddy. Like, miss a putt, be like, oh, it's okay, like it's not a big deal, you'll be all right. And I'm like, all right, like I'm here to win. I'm not here to like do like to have a moral victory.
Yep.
And I'm not. I mean, I've never won a college event. I never won an individual event. I've gotten 3 seconds in my life, which pisses me off. But
Brady,
it
you
is
got
what
a
it
pick
is.
for this week?
For Pebble,
Yeah, man. Who you got?
I mean, it's hard to
Flies
pick
in the
against
young
DJ.
grasshopper.
It is.
That's right.
But I mean, if I'm just picking for a favorite, I think Spieth. I mean, I love what he did this week.
Yeah,
And
attaboy.
it's I don't know. I guess I'm just like
Guys, what
picking
this
from
is
heart
a
there.
classic example of sucking up to the new boss. That's what it is.
No.
Need a raise. So,
Neither raise.
Hey, he picked Cameron Smith. I took who did I take?
For God's sake, Ty.
Manto. I took Griffin. You took DJ, and we've got a Spieth pick back
I like
there. So
Spieth.
nobody took
Hey.
Spieth. Great. Awesome. Everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week on Mondays instead of Wednesdays, so you have more time to put your bets in. And we'll see you then. Keep your eyes out on Twitter
Bronson
at TB.
Burgoon plus 20,000. Watch.
Brady's like, I'm out.
I'm out too.
Peace, everybody.
Peace.